Hi guys, if you have some self-limiting beliefs, if you're self-sabotaging, then you might benefit from doing some inner child work. So inner child work, what is it? It's basically looking back on past trauma and healing it as an adult. So therapy looks back. With the therapist, you revisit your childhood, revisit trauma, but with coaching, you are more focused on the future self. You're focused on goals. You're focused on the person that you want to be and become. But sometimes we have to look back to look forward. So this came up in a coaching session. She said, "Do you have any videos on inner child work?" And I was like, "No, but I can certainly make one." So I tell a story about my first, discovering this inner child work, this memory that I had, and it was about money. And I remember hearing my parents fight over money, and I was probably maybe 7 years old, and I was supposed to be in bed asleep, and I could hear them fighting. And I internalized that as a child as, this is my fault. I'm the problem. I'm the reason my parents are fighting, and it's all my fault. And so, of course, as an adult, when I struggled with money, it was directly tied to this self-worth of, money causes problems. Money causes my parents to argue. It causes parent arguments in relationships, and money is just a problem. Like, it's just, money is hard, and rich people are bad, and making money is hard, and money causes problems. And so these were deep-seated, very strong beliefs that I had, and I was able to kind of bring it down to that one first memory of what happened, when I was 7 years old, supposed to be asleep, and I heard my parents fighting over money. So you want to bring yourself back to that. So you want to bring yourself back into that memory, and then you're going to put yourself in as the child and remember being there. Like, what did you hear? What did you see? How were you feeling? Use your senses to really get into that memory and remember what it was like to be in that space, and give yourself, you want to do this in a quiet space where you have time to really get yourself back into that place and be that child again. And really, it helps to write this stuff down, but then you want to take yourself out of being the child and become the adult and watch it like a movie. So this is the review part of it. You're going to actually be watching the movie. And as an adult, you can look at the situation differently. And so as an adult, I was able to see it had nothing to do with me. My parents were fighting over money. It was probably the holidays, or, something happened, and they were, maybe they mismanaged their money. I have no idea what happened, but it had nothing to do with me. And so all of those years, I kind of carried that baggage with me that, money causes problems, and money is an issue, and I'm a problem, right? Isn't that what it's my fault? But it's not true. When you can look back at the memory, it has nothing to do with you. It really is nothing to do with you. So you're able to watch it as a movie, and then you're going to reframe it. So that's the third one, is tell a different story. So the new story is, that had nothing to do with me. I was just a child. My parents were arguing. Now that when I'm married, you can understand why people argue and why there's fights. But as a child, all you think is, my parents are going to get divorced, and I'm the problem, and I'm the reason that they're divorcing. So my parents didn't get divorced, but at the time, that's what I worried about. So take yourself back, be there as the child, and then watch it as the adult, and kind of be able to step back and then tell a new story. So you want to watch it like a movie, see it for what it really was. It's not about you. It's never about you. No matter if the trauma is big or small, bullying, anything that could happen to you as a child has nothing to do with you. You're not born, being with these beliefs. They're brought to you by your family and your environment. So know that it had nothing to do with you, and tell a new story that serves you. So whatever you've been dealing with in self-sabotaging, it had nothing to do with you as a child, and you could let that go and create not so much a new memory, but you can create it in a way that that you have worth, and that you are loved, and you were loved, and it was just that thing that happened. It had nothing to do with you. And so it's releasing that and releasing that trauma so that you can heal and you can move forward from it, because it really did have nothing to do with you. So I hope that this helps. This is such a big release. And, sometimes we go to coaching or therapy thinking we're going to talk about one thing, but we end up having to do this inner work first so that we can heal it and move on to this next level version of ourselves. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, or you can email me at info@kimportertv.com. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.